noise. That was weird. I just got done putting some gas, and if you're wondering why I'm all snazzied up, I'm over to a job interview. Like, no one cares. I'll probably get like 2 views if I'm lucky enough. Anyways, what am I going to talk about now? I know, I need to get a stand. What am I going to talk about now? Usually I either talk about fitness or motivation or a little bit about potential and kinetic energy, of course. But this time I'm going to talk a little bit about love. Or not even necessarily love, just how certain people are with it. And not just certain people. I have a feeling that a lot of people are like this. So, I've been single for about 9 years. And you know what? I'm totally fine with it. I have no problems with it. It's great not having to answer to anybody. It's great coming home and just taking your shoes off, walking around naked. I mean, you can walk around naked if you had somebody too, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just great not having to answer and text somebody, oh, I'm here, I'm here, over there, blah, blah. You know, it's great for me right now at the junction that I am in my life to have this kind of freedom. I love it. It's fucking great. So, what do I make of this? There was a remark that I heard from one of my friends saying that if you love somebody, you give them your all. Now see, that's a very liquid and fluid statement. What do you mean by giving it your all? I'm sorry, not giving it your all. Giving them your all. You see, I'm a very literal person. So when you say stuff like that, it means all your time, all your attention, all your energy. Which pretty much translates to the essence of who you are. And honestly, in reality, it shouldn't be like that. You should never have to give anybody the essence of who you are. Let me tell you right now why a relationship, or you can tell when a relationship is a bad one, it's because people are content in being in it, is when they start changing who they are. And I'm not saying by being a wild whore or being crazy and flirting with all these chicks. That's not somebody who you are. That's just somebody trying to get laid. Somebody who you are is like spending time with your family, spending time with your friends, acting a certain way. Like if you were funny before and outgoing, you know, talkative, not being that when you're around that significant other or your spouse or whoever the fuck it is you're with. When you change your mood, your attitude when you're around them, that is terrible. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, like, what do you mean by that, dude? That has nothing to do with giving your all. It's like, yes, it does. You're not open to suggestions. You're not open to concepts. And believe it or not, guys, the best advice, the best love advice does not come from your partner. It comes from people outside. And I don't mean like you have to put what's going on outside of your relationship and you have to make the whole world know what's going on. Of course not. That's not the way it works. Actually, the less you do that, the better the relationship is. Because not everybody on the fucking planet needs to know that you're fighting at a fucking bar. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. People who can keep their problems contained are usually very well balanced, can handle situations very well. But there's a lot of people who can't do that. They wear all those emotions and all those problems on their shoulders, on their sleeves. So what do? You wonder to that person or your friend, you're like, hey, like, so why are you acting different now that you're in a relationship? And I'm not talking about because you're spending less time with your friends or whatever. I mean, that's going to happen. That's just normal. You get married, I mean, you're not going to be spending all the time with your friends. You're going to be spending time with your wife. Maybe you got kids with your kids, of course. But there's also a balance. And a lot of people don't understand what that balance is. That balance is literally what it means. Balance. You find balance with your friends. You find balance with your spouse. You find balance with your family. You find balance with your kids, whatever. It keeps you sane. You don't go fucking crazy because you're devoting all your time to a single thing. What do you think would happen if you devoted all of your time and all of your energy to work? You'd fucking kill yourself. You'd have no time for social gatherings, social events, time for yourself, nothing like that. Time for yourself is so important. People always overlook that. People always overlook time for themselves. Yeah, I'm just a guy who's been single for many years, but it's the truth. Even if you're in a relationship, you should seek that time for yourself, and you get a lot of clarity. I'm not saying, oh, you spend some time with yourself and you're going to break up with your girlfriend. If it leads up to that, then that relationship was doomed to fail from the very beginning. I don't know if you notice I haven't been cussing that much in this video, because this topic isn't as frustrating. It is frustrating, but people choose their own paths. Everyone has their own story, and that's just the way it is. So I guess what I'm getting to is that statement, giving your all, is a stupid fucking statement. If I meet the person that I really love, that I end up getting married, that I adore and have children with, I'm not going to give her my all. She's going to get a lot. She's not going to get my all. You know what I'm saying? If I need my me time, if I really need my me time, I'm going to get my me time. If I'm going to go to the gym, if I want to go to the gym and work out, she's not going to fucking stop me from going to the gym. My kids aren't even going to stop me from going to the gym. They better have a fucking daycare, because that's where I'm putting their asses. Because the gym is my solace. And everyone has a different type of solace, Don't let it consume you, but it's a part of who you are. If you give that up for a girl or a guy or whatever the fuck, why? In the end, why? I'll tell you why. There is no why. In the end, regardless, all you have is yourself. And a lot of people need to start becoming self-reliant, self-efficient before they start seeking out relationships. I have a few friends who have just left a relationship, and it's almost like they're jumping into a pseudo one already. It's like, give yourself some time. What I mean by give yourself some time is like, it'll be fucking crazy what you will realize, what kind of person you can actually become when you're by yourself. I'm not saying by yourself for all eternity. I'm saying for an ample time. Give yourself ample time to get your thoughts together. Give yourself ample time to fucking go for your priorities. Because when you have kids, it's not about you anymore. Even though there still should be something about you, because if there isn't, that's when problems arise. That's when you see that your parents are unhappy and unsatisfied with their lives, exactly where they are, because they had to put their lives on pause because they had kids. And that's a shitty thing. I'm not talking about because you're having kids is a shitty thing. It's just a shitty feeling when you have to put your life on hold. You have to make yourself happy first. Yes, there's unexpectancies. Yes, there's occurrences where somebody dies, or it's a whole plethora of things that can happen along your journey. One of the things that really made me mad recently, this is about the whole giving all thing, it may play a little aspect into it, is when a parent or a grandparent or something is sick and they live with you. What do? You put your life on hold. If you're in school and you have a clear-cut vision of what it is you want to do in your life, do you put your life on hold? Better yet, do you let that child of yours put their life on hold? Why? If I had kids, and say I was in my deathbed, or I had cancer or some shit, the last thing I would want them to do is spend every fucking waking moment with me. No. You have your family, or you're in school, you're going to continue on with that shit, because that's going to make you a better person. That's going to make you thrive to become better. The worst thing a parent could do to their child is to make them pause their life for them. I would never, ever, no matter what, ever have my kids tell, I need you by my side. I am dying. Come visit me if you can. If you can't, that's fine. I'm not going to get mad about it, because the real truth is that I know that I have your love, whether you're 10,000 miles away, whether you're in fucking Mars, or it doesn't matter, or right next to me. The worst thing a parent can do is do that to a child. So I would never do that. Because I lost my stepdad, and my stepdad has been 5 times the man that my real father ever was. And he told me 2 weeks before he passed, the worst thing that you can do right now is stop. The worst thing you can do right now is stop. Do not worry about your mom. She's taken care of. She's a strong-ass lady. Continue with your life. Continue going to school. Do what it is that's going to make you happy. Because in the end, all you have is yourself. So you have to make yourself happy first. And then you can go on to make others happy. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I've seen people who do that, where they're very satisfied where they are in their careers. They're very satisfied where they are financially. And that's at all different levels. It doesn't have to be, oh, I have to be super fucking rich and then I'll go after somebody. No. It's just being satisfied, being happy. Being very, very happy, being very well content of where you are in life. And then they try, and then they go on to make others happy. And it's glorious. You can see which relationships that are like that actually work. They work beautifully. Oh, yeah, this fucking asshole was tailing me. Anyways, he can suck my dick. Anywho, guys, that's really all I have to say. I know this video ran a little longer than usual. But that's it, my friends. I mean, never give your all to anything. There has to be balance. I mean, yes, if you really want something, but you have to understand that there has to be a payoff too. What's the payoff of giving your all to another person if you constantly see that the payoff is shit? But there's no reciprocation of that so-called giving your all. That's pretty much it, guys. Be mindful of who you talk to. Be mindful of who you fuck. Be mindful of who... all of that. Be mindful. That'll be my slogan for my little video series. Just be mindful. I guarantee you'll thank yourself and your loved ones, your kids, your family. They'll all thank you for it in the end. Like always, guys, thanks for listening.